paragliding, and paragliding is like when they strap you to the back of a boat and you get a parachute and it just drags you, and some people are actually worried that we're doob jayenge. And I was like, yo, listen, don't worry, if you fall and agar aap doob jate hain, we'll just tell the paraglide guy to just circle around, jahan aap doob gaye the, ek do dar fatiha pad lenge aapke liye. That's like not an issue, not an issue. Hello. When I recorded that scene, I had gotten parasailing and paragliding confused. I thought we were going parasailing, which is when they tie you to the back of a boat with a parachute and pull you around the ocean. Wee fun times. I didn't know we were going to the top of a damn mountain to jump off of it with a parachute. That's some crazy shit right there. So I just thought I'd clear up the confusion. Enjoy the vlog. All right, everyone. Let's all get together for a collective dua beforehand. All right, well, like everyone, two nafil for everyone. जो नहीं कर रहा, प्लीज हमारे लिए आप लोग जमात ही कर लें थोड़ी देर हमारे लिए. This is the guy whose life is in my hands, brother. What's your name?
Fight, and you?
Fight, Umar.
Umar.
Yeah. We've officially become super close. He said he's been doing this for about 48 hours now, so he's an expert at this point. Parachutes look like they're from before the Pakistan-India partition. That's my parachute. Looks super old. Okay. I mean, I don't really understand the point of the helmet anyways. This is the type of sports that white people play. This is the type of sports white people do. Oh my god, it's shaking! White people do. This is why brown people only play cricket. Because it takes 3 days, and after that, you go home, take a nap, and you're done. And in between, you get like a chai break or something. But this is the type of shit white people do. For them, this is cricket. This was my wife's idea. She's the one who wanted me to do this. And it's because I just told her I recently got life insurance. And she wanted to file the claim. It kind of looks like we're on Themyscira. You know where Wonder Woman was from? I think it's that island that she was from. Yeah. So if you could just drop me off so I can go say what's up to Wonder Woman in the Amazon. What's going on? Oh my god! This is Tokyo Drift, but in the sky! Oh my god, I don't want to die! Oh my god, we're gonna die! Oh my god, it's so windy! I'm not even scared, bro! Oh my lord! I think I just shit my pants. Captain Jack Sparrow really let himself go. Alright, I'm about to fulfill one of my lifelong fantasies. Let me just... It usually works like it's 1 in 3 men like affected. I'm on a boat, bitches. So we're on this boat called Dragon. The plan today is that we're going to be on this boat and we're going to go to a bunch of different islands, eat some probably shitty food, and then hang around and burn in the sunlight. I have a lot of sunscreen on right now, hence why my teeth look extra yellow. All this white stuff on my face, man. This is how your girlfriend must feel all the time. We buried treasure in here. There's a lot of porn in there. They're clapping for me. So it took us a while to get the boat running. We were waiting on a few guests, right? And obviously them being all brown, they run on Desi time, which is showing up a few hours late. But the thing is we're in Turkey right now, so there's also a time difference. So I don't know how the hell that works. So based on my calculations, they should be probably showing up 6 days from now. I don't make this shit up, man. That's just science. Ooh. Angel Bachi Jack. He's ready for the ocean. So we're here at one of the islands, and there's a lot of different people here. Turkey overall is kind of more of a liberal place, like a liberal Muslim country. So the interesting thing is like you'll see girls that are wearing like hijab, and then you'll see someone who's wearing like a mini dress with everything out. And the fascinating thing is 90% of the time it's usually the same girl. You see a lot of Desi uncles as well who are in traditional Desi swimming attire, which is usually dress pants, a coat, a sweater in 90-degree weather, and the most expensive dress shoes you've ever seen. So that's just facts and logic. We're headed back, and this guy who lives in Turkey from Pakistan, he only watches Turkish porn, right? But he's like, he doesn't really understand it, so now he only watches porn with subtitles because he really wants to know what's going on in the story.
The story matters.
The story matters, of course. Yeah, the story he has, it's all about the story. Bilkul, subtitles ke saath. Jump! Yeah! Surprisingly, Turkish people are very inclined to jump off boats whenever I ask them to. I don't even know if that water is more than 6 feet. It could be 2 feet for all I know, and they could die. Not my responsibility. So one thing I've learned is that Turkish people are basically the white people of the Muslim world because their food absolutely sucks. It's horrible, it's bland, they don't know how to use spices. Magnum. Magnum's a huge part of my life. Act like you're dancing and I'll put in some music in post-production. I'm not gonna put in any music. So we have a lot of diversity in this car, you know. This is my wife's cousin Sonia. She's half Pakistani, half Hispanic, so she's double unwanted in America. Trump is trying to, he is putting her on a boat tomorrow. Bye. She's out. What are those? My wife just caught the bouquet. You know what that means? That means I get to marry another girl. Yehi to rules hote hain.
I see her getting angry, so I'll move on.
This kid just admitted that he was abused as a child, and everyone here is laughing about it.
And the one person you can.
He just gave a speech, and this is probably the corniest family I've ever met. This is like some Full House shit. Like, I don't even know what they're clapping for. When you're a desi and you're in Turkey and you really need some spicy food, seeing that is a blessing. Like, you don't understand. If I don't eat roti for at least 48 hours, if I miss 48 hours not eating roti, I start going into this depression, and also I think this is what crackheads feel like. Every single night I'm just like, you got that roti, bro? I'll suck your for some roti. There's one thing that you're gonna need here, and I'm not talking about a visa, I'm not talking about a passport, and I'm not even talking about local currency. But there's one thing that you are gonna need regardless when you're here, and that's this. Hot sauce. Buy this shit, keep it in your bag, because the food here is pretty bland. So, you're welcome. And that's, you need a better pose. Different pose. That's perfect. We're at Suda Design Hotel. Interesting decor. I feel like all the decor was from the 60s or 70s. And I know this because there's big logos on everything. And also, this is the entrance to the bathroom. There's just mirrors all over the place. Big old logo. I'm pretty sure that's the symbol for Target. And like I said, I feel like this room is trapped in the 60s and 70s. And with all the mirrors here, it reminds me of that scene from Enter the Dragon where Bruce Lee had to like punch all the mirrors so he could beat the shit out of the guy who was like bootleg Wolverine with the bear stupid claw. That. And they did promise a garden view, which is pretty fantastic. Garden. What the fuck is that? So, I mean, there's technically a garden, but it's more like a bush. So, overall, I would say 7 out of 10. More mirrors. So that restaurant apparently has Ottoman cuisine, which I don't really understand. When restaurants say they have Ottoman cuisine or Persian cuisine, like those things don't really exist anymore. I'm gonna start a restaurant just be like, this restaurant has Pangean cuisine. One of the most popular cars around here are Fiats. And if for those of you guys who don't know, Fiats are basically like the hipster version of the Mini Cooper. And also the only car that Charlie Sheen was allowed to drive while he was running around giving everyone AIDS.
Come loud from Turkey. Any people come here?
That was like 3 shawarma stands in a row, which is never too many. Second time today. So this other Indian restaurant we're going to is like hidden in the back. It's like we're going to a secret club. We need to go to the restroom, but we don't know what that is. Like, I don't want to open it and there's just like some dude standing naked there. Like, what? What do you want? That's what happens when there's a 3-for-1 special going on for bandanas. So there's a lady here that's in a burqa. So I always think is like when you are recording people in public, you have to get their consent. But if they're wearing a burqa, do I have to? Do I not have to? These are the questions that you have to ask. This is the great thing, you know, when you run into your own family members on the streets of Istanbul. It's very cool because like all of a sudden I just heard someone say Bancho and I was like, oh my god, that feels like home. So now we know where Bambi's mom went after she was killed. Through this weird alley as a shortcut. Like this is the type of shit that in movies when they hear a sound and then white people are like, what's that sound? Let's go explore, and the black people are like, nah, I'm cool. It's a very interesting park. Like on one bench there's a guy and girl like talking and probably being very romantic, and literally 20 feet away there's a guy doing meth.
To daughter baby. Oh. 30 minutes, bridge closed.
Look at this, the entrance. 303. It's like a avatar titty. This is the entrance. 303. It's like a avatar titty. That was like 3 weeks ago, and after that scene, I didn't record shit. So like you're watching this, like in the future. Basically like the vlog's over, bro. Like I'm in Pakistan right now. Like that was weeks ago. Go subscribe. I'm sorry, what the hell you want me to do? Bye.